Always changing, always growing, and raging wild and fierce through life are rivers. A river starts as a stream, trickling and branching off into bigger parts, much kind of like my teenage years. I started off as a careless stream, running from place to place without a worry. I moved out of my mother's house at the age of 16 and lived like a gypsy, always on the run. Bouncing from friend's home to friend's home, I quickly found myself wrapped up in a very harmful, troublesome lifestyle. Flowing like the water through the sandbanks and the rock bottoms, the environment I was surrounded by bent and influenced the person I would become in my adult life. A stream will eventually meet a river, and sometimes rivers rage wild, out of control, and can be dangerous. My river was certainly one made of rapids, jagged rocks, and sharp curves. By the age of 21, I had done it all, seen it all, thought I knew it all, and I found myself living 2 hours from my hometown with a 2-year-old daughter and a fiance who had a very deadly opiate addiction. I began working in a big-time bar in downtown Little Rock. The fast-moving lifestyle, or the rapids of the business, left me turning down a path of substance abuse. Once I was hooked, I found myself in and out of jail and failing miserably to be the mother my daughter deserved. It seemed that as soon as I made it around one bend, the lifestyle had another curve headed my way. The last curve I could handle in this river I called life was when my fiance went to prison for breaking and entering and stealing prescription pills from our neighbor. I was left far from home with no family, and the only friends I had were of the negative influence. This had to stop. I could not go on living this way any longer. It's time for a change. Time for this river to empty into a deep pool of calmness. It wasn't an easy path, and it's still one that I work towards every day. My river met its end when I moved back home, and I began to better myself and calm the situation I was in. Surrounded by family and friends, I began to see my true worth. I am now enrolled in school and continue to achieve my goals. Like the mouth of the river emptying into the lake, I have my floods and I have my droughts. I have my highs and I have my lows. But, I'm still growing and changing and being molded into the person I am to become.